Hi there, I'm Anne and this video is basically my evidence for my submission for Draw with Jazza's Challenge of the Month. If you don't know who Jazza is, he's an illustrator who makes a bunch of tutorials, speed paintings, streams and more on his channel Draw with Jazza. If you want to check him out, I've put a link in the description box below. This month's challenge consisted on drawing an epic arty party, so the goal was to create an event involving creativity, art, loads of people with a jubilant atmosphere at a grand scale. I, however, proceeded differently, which I'll explain why in a minute. To start off, here are my sketches. I drew these at school in my sketchbook, so there's no actual footage of me drawing this, but I still wanted to show you the process of my creation. I drew different types of heads and faces because I wanted a new character to represent my creativity. And I ended up falling in love with two completely different ones. I decided to name them So-So and Sei. If you are a nerdy Japan lover like myself, you'll notice that So-So Sei means creativity in Japanese. So-So being the imagination that I have and Sei representing my passion. I suck at drawing hands and feet, but considering that these characters are not really humans, I just went with it and I've made it seem like it is meant to look weird. From the start, I wanted to create an illustration that takes place inside of my brain, and I thought that the best epic kind of party would be a journey through my universe. A world that is kind of fantasy-like, but also full of bubbles and colors. The guests of that party are of course the viewers. I am inviting every single person that sees this illustration on a colorful journey. I scanned the sketches, made some changes here and there, but the main idea stayed pretty much the same. I started to paint the sky of this world in a very light blue. I added a darker shade near the entrance of the archway to make it seem like there's more depth. As you can see, I'm not used to paint digitally, so the whole painting process that you're about to see is pretty much an experimentation for me. This is also the first digital painting that has an actual background and a world, so I am pretty proud of myself for this first attempt. The further back the picture was, the less color I used. I lowered the density of my brush and pressed very lightly to make it look like it's disappearing in the distance. I should probably warn you that the universe hates me, and that my recording program gave up on me while I was doing this, and therefore you'll miss the coloring of Sei and the entire shading and lighting process. I always do the shading and highlights last because, like I said before, I don't do backgrounds and paintings very much on the computer. I'm more used to traditional art, but considering it's a challenge, I thought it'd be fun to do it on the computer. When I was done with the world, I moved on to the actual brain part, drowning it in darkness so that the color of my world and river of paint pop out more. I went for a very desaturated pink for the color of my brain and a very plain color for the archway. So-So has a very cold color scheme, mainly blue and white, while Sei has very warm colors like orange and red. So this is it. This is my submission for Jazz's Challenge of the Month. I initially intended to post this in the beginners category, considering that I am not used to paint on my computer, but honestly I think it turned out really good, especially for first attempt. Well, it's not really the first drawing I've ever done on a computer. I have drawn on my computer before, but never with an actual background, never with an actual world, so yeah, I'm really glad. Um, I don't think I'll win anything, but that's fine. Because I didn't really draw a party like you would see it in most illustrations, but at least I drew something that I thought would look terrible, and it turned out really good. So I am glad that I participated. I had loads of fun drawing it, and I want to see your guys' drawing of your brain, of your creativity, or whatever. If you draw, of course, make sure to share it with me because I want to see it. You can find my piece on Newgrounds, DeviantArt and Tumblr. All the links are in the description box below. Just tell me what you think about it. Do you think it looks good? Do you think I should have changed something? Do you have tips for me? Because I am not very good at painting. Just tell me what you think. Let's start a conversation. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you very soon.